Let's have heroes. I'm going to be doing my UFC 103 predictions, starting from bottom to top. I'm going to be brushing over some of the ones that I don't really know, but I am still going to be doing all of them. Brian Foster Rick Story, Brian Foster, Nick Lenz versus Rafael the Tractor Oliveira. Rafael Oliveira because he has a nickname. Plus, I think I've heard about him before. But anyway, Jim Miller and Steve Lopez. Jim Miller, Rob Emerson versus Rafael dos Anjos. I'm actually picturing Rafael dos Anjos, even though I don't really have that much faith in him. Really. Morton, Cameron, Paul Daly. This isn't really on their undercard, but I don't really care. I am picking Morton by tap out in the second round because, well, Paul Daly does have a lot of punchification power. Morton can just take him down and sub him because that's his weakness. Because Paul Daly is British and Britain doesn't really have that high caliber wrestling schools. And so we have Vladimir Matyushenko versus Igor Podrajic. I'm picking Vladimir to beat him by a decision. Next up, Jason Gills versus Elliot Marshall. This is my coin flip of the night because every time I pick against Jason Gills, he wins. But I am picking Elliot Marshall to win. Sorry about the squeaky chair, by the way. So I'm picking Elliot Marshall to win by a decision. Drew McFedry versus Thomas Rowe. This is a real coin flip of the night. Like, seriously, it could go either way. But I'm picking Drew McFedry's just because I think he's quicker, but I will not be surprised if he loses. Efren Escudero finally making his tough fight against Cole Miller. I am picking Efren because I think he is very, very, very good. And Cole Miller is kind of peaked as a fighter. And beating Junior Allen Brown doesn't really impress me that much. Henry's Franco versus Tyson Griffin. Tyson Griffin by UD because Henry is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt with little to no stand-up. That just like what Neo Dread said. Therefore, Tyson Griffin for the win. Next up we have Josh Koscheck versus Frank Trigg. I am picking Josh Koscheck by a knockout, not a submission, oddly enough. Mainly just due to the fact that I think Frank Trigg is a worse wrestler, and I just think Koscheck will want to fight standing. Don't really know why, but that's just my gut feeling. So we have Junior Santos versus Mirko Cro Cop. I'm picking Junior Santos because I am a proud Junior Santos bandwagon jumper, and Cro Cop is kind of a washout. So far, he hasn't really seen it. He hasn't been that much impressive, and is old and all that bad stuff that a fighter can be. Next, finally, we have the main event. Going through this really quickly because this is an interesting card, but not really. It doesn't have any that real title ramifications and such, since Mike Swick is out of it. That's why I'm going pretty quickly. That and all that, plus a lot of these are fairly one-sided as well. I'm looking forward to UFC 104 though. That is something I'm looking forward to be picking. Anyway, Vitor versus Rich Franklin. I am picking Vitor by a second round knockout. Picking mainly because Franklin, I think, can be knocked out, and I don't really think we can keep up with Vitor, because I think Vitor is a lot quicker than Vanderlei, and I think he's quicker than Dan Henderson, but I am not positive on that. But if Vitor doesn't mentally show up there, then he's toast. And I think it's going to be a UD, and if he loses, I think he's just going to be cut then and there. Anyway, those are my picks. Wasn't doing a fight night because, well, frankly, I don't really care about this card in particular. But UFC 104, I'm definitely going to be doing an in-depth review. Probably going to do one video for just the undercards and one just for the main events. And anyway, peace out and keep it cool.